Over 100 years ago, engineers across the world realized they urgently needed a common language to build global infrastructure. So today, we're focusing on that very language, the invisible foundation of fairness and excellence that literally builds the modern world right around us. Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever stopped to think about how engineers worldwide actually communicate? I mean, when you bring together teams from totally different countries with completely different legal systems and languages, how do these massive global projects avoid descending into total chaos? There absolutely has to be a universal standard. Well, that standard is FIDIC, the International Federation of Consulting Engineers. If you're new to the construction world, just think of this as the ultimate rulebook. It provides standard contracts that help clients, contractors, and engineers work together fairly and clearly, no matter where they happen to be on the globe. To really grasp why this matters, I want you to imagine building a massive bridge, a state-of-the-art hospital, or an international railway line. The sheer complexity of these projects is just staggering. Without clear, standardized rules, costly disputes and delays are entirely inevitable. But FIDIC contracts make sure everyone knows their exact responsibilities right from day one, which reduces conflicts and saves an immense amount of time. Moving right along to Section 1, a century of history. Let's move to and see how this builds over time. The story actually begins way back in 1913. World Fair exhibitions were these massive undertakings, and organizers realized they needed independent experts. So a group of consulting engineers met up in Brussels to form a global federation, making it official on July 22nd. And by 1959, this simple, practical need for experts had expanded well beyond Europe. Here is a kind of fascinating piece of trivia for you. There were exactly 59 participants at that inaugural Brussels meeting, representing 12 different countries. But the Federation was officially founded by just 3, Belgium, France, and Switzerland. From those tiny, humble beginnings, a remarkably powerful global framework was born. A major turning point arrived in 1959. The group was joined by Australia, Canada, South Africa, and the USA. Adding these 4 nations completely transformed FIDIC from a constantly changing European group into a truly globalized international federation. Today, these exact contracts shape everything from skyscrapers in Asia to expansive highways in Africa. All right, Section 2, 3 core founding principles. Those enduring founding principles from 1913, they were quality, integrity, and sustainability. These are the absolute bedrock of the Federation. Dedicated professionals contribute daily to promote these exact principles, to guide massive infrastructure projects all over the world, every single day. And this brilliantly illustrates something pretty amazing. Think about how much our world has changed since 1913. 2 world wars, the digital revolution, the space age. Yet those foundational values of quality, integrity, and sustainability remain completely unchanged a full century later. It really speaks volumes about the incredible foresight of those original founders. Which brings us to Section 3, engineering our global future. Over the last century, engineering triumphs have given us highly innovative transport, clean water supplies, and absolutely vital infrastructure that improves our quality of life. But we have to contrast that progress with our ongoing global challenges. Much of humanity still struggles for food, clean water, and basic survival. This stark contrast shows exactly how much critical work is still left to do. To solve these global challenges and bridge this gap, engineers are having to rethink their traditional roles. The past 100 years showed us what engineering excellence can achieve, right? But moving forward, it's all about matching available resources to society's most pressing needs. And that means engineers must now become much more active voices in our social and political debates. So the crucial point is captured perfectly in FIDIC's modern promise, and I quote, "To be recognized as a trusted advisor to decision-makers involved in the planning, construction, and maintenance of a sustainable infrastructure for future generations. Effective engineering is necessary for the common good, and those strategic planning skills need to be universally recognized for the benefit of everyone." Which leaves us with a really vital question to ponder. How will the invisible rules of engineering shape the sustainable cities of our tomorrow? The next time you cross a bridge or hop on a train, I want you to remember that global language of fairness, clarity, and excellence, working tirelessly behind the scenes to hold our beautifully engineered world together.